Welcome to this guided meditation for connecting you to dragon energy. Please allow yourself to get comfortable, whether you're lying down or seated, allowing any movements that feel good in the body before we get started, whether it's a light stretch or a loosening of the jaw, rolling of the wrists and the ankles. And whenever you're feeling comfortable, let's begin. And you can start by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose, holding it for just 3 seconds, and then releasing out the mouth. So a deep inhale, hold for a few seconds, and exhale. And just repeating this 3 more times to create presence, to create that awareness within the body that you are coming into a meditative state, a creative state. Not needing to rush these breaths, just taking your time. And after you are done, returning your breath back to normal, not needing to change anything about it. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest with each inhale of this life force energy all around you. And I want you to imagine yourself on this trail. And the floor below you is a dirt path, and you can be barefoot. There is no shame in that, and there is nothing to worry about. Just allowing yourself to be barefoot here, visualizing yourself walking through this beautiful dirt or mud path. And you feel this soft texture beneath the soles of your feet. It doesn't make you feel dirty. It doesn't make you feel like you're in pain. It feels like pure bliss between your feet. And with each step you take, you begin to visualize more and more of the forest around you. And on the forest floor, there is plenty of moss. And you see growths of mushrooms. And you see fallen trunks of trees. And that the forest has transformed into a little ecosystem covered in moss. And all around you are these gorgeous trees that feel so ancient. And they emit a frequency of safety. And they emit a frequency of deep wisdom. And even though there is no one else around, you find yourself feeling so joyful and blissful to be here in this very moment. And once the forest around you is fully visualized, just bringing your awareness upward, drawing that neck up and visualizing the sky above you. And what does it look like? Is it a gloomy day? Is it sunny? Whatever you're seeing is perfect. And just noticing this beautiful sky, and noticing in the sky an eagle that flies by. And in that very moment, you know that this is going to be a very magical experience. And around you in the trees, you hear the crows, and you hear squirrels running around, playing games with one another, maybe even chasing each other. When you really listen to the forest, you hear everything going on around you. You've realized with this deep sense of presence, you are able to hear better than you've ever heard before, and you are deeply listening to all the sounds around you. And with the sounds, you visualize any insects that you see, maybe a grasshopper or a butterfly, knowing that everything you see on this magical journey has a purpose and has a reason for being in your journey. But know that you don't need to analyze that right now. Just being very present. And while you're hearing the forest and you're seeing the forest around you, noticing the breeze and how it's moving through the trees as they slow back and forth ever so gently with their branches and their leaves. And as you're looking up at the trees to examine this breeze, you feel called to look in front of you on the path, and you notice an animal guide. This guide is looking directly into your eyes, and even though it is not speaking, you fully understand it. It's like you're able to have a conversation without speaking. And this animal tells you with its eyes that it would like to guide you to exactly who you came to the forest for. And so you trust this animal guide, and with each step on the path below you, you're feeling your feet as you follow your trusted animal guide, and they turn around and begin to lead you to the dragon. And around you, you're still hearing the sounds of the forest. And in front of you, you're hearing the noises of your animal guide. And you're feeling very present and excited in this moment to meet the dragon. The animal guide gears off the path to show you a shortcut through the forest. And as they take you through this shortcut, you notice that this part of the forest, though it is filled with trees, has lots of rocks covered in moss. And so your bare feet, with each step, feel the bounciness of the moss below you and the softness. And as you walk from rock to rock, you begin to inch closer and closer to the beautiful destination that the dragon is in. And as you continue to walk, you see these beautiful flowers, so vibrant in color around you, colors that you don't see very often. Beautiful, deep purples and pinks and reds. And some colors of the flowers you see are even gold and silver. And these are flowers that you have never seen before in this lifetime. And they almost seem unreal in their beauty. And as you look to the other side of the path that you're walking on with your animal guide, you notice that even the trees have began to change color into any color that you are imagining. They even have changed shape. And they are so majestic. And they may seem familiar to you, but you know that you haven't seen them while you've walked on Earth in this lifetime. And as you look in front of you after bringing your awareness to both sides of the path, when you bring your eyes to align with that rocky path, once again, your animal guide is looking at you in the eyes yet again. And with their eyes, they tell you that you're here. And in front of you, you see this beautiful cave. You're not able to see inside of it yet, but the outside of it has writing all over it. And just visualizing whatever ancient text you'd like to see here. Perhaps it's hieroglyphics or ruins, or a text that you don't recognize right now in this moment. Or perhaps you do recognize it, but it has no name. You bring yourself closer to the entrance of the cave and reach your arm out as you bring your palms to touch the stone walls covered in art, covered in text, covered in ancient wisdom. And you close your eyes and you feel the magic radiating from this cave. You feel the magic radiating from that enchanted forest behind you. And your animal guide asks you if you are ready to enter the cave. And you affirm to them that you want to. And so you bring yourself back to the front of the cave, and your animal guide is still with you, guiding you every step of the way, and you two go together. And as you bring your awareness to your feet, you see yourself with each step of your bare feet walking into this enchanted cave. And you notice when you walk in that the floors are all crystal. You notice that even though there is no sun in this cave, there is so much light, so much radiance. And you begin to look at the walls, and you see that there is even more of this sacred text and beautiful art within it. And it can be anything at all. There is no limit. It can be far past your human understanding. And your animal guide assures you with its eyes that you are almost there to meet the dragon. And with every step you take, you become more and more excited to meet this dragon. And with every step you take, you begin to feel this feeling of familiarity, like you've been here before. And the deeper you get into this cave, you begin to see scales that sparkle and that illuminate this very radiance that the crystals of the floor of this cave have been illuminating to you this entire time. And as you walk closer, your animal guide steps to the side and allows you to take this moment for yourself. And the dragon is in front of you. You first approach its side, where you see its sparkling scales of pure magnificence, of any color you are imagining, of any color that you know that this dragon is. And in the same way that your animal guide communicated with you without speaking, this dragon is communicating to you. And you notice that it not only has scales, but feathers on its wings. Your dragon communicates to you that they have been waiting for so long to see you again. You begin to make out the picture of the entire dragon in your mind's eye. What are you seeing in this moment? What color is your dragon? Is it changing colors by the second? Is it many colors all at once? Is it a color that you've never even seen before? What does your dragon look like? What color are the feathers? What texture are they as you feel them? Your dragon gives you permission to touch and to understand on a cellular level who you are looking at. And as you feel the scales on its body and the feathers on its wings, any feelings of fear and scariness have subsided, and your heart asks you to bring yourself in front of this dragon and look at it eye to eye, face to face. And so you bring yourself in front of this dragon at any size that you see. And the dragon looks at you, and you feel this power, this deep, ancient wisdom looking right into your eyes. To make you feel even safer, the dragon illuminates its heart for you. This heart chakra, whose energy expands through football fields. It is just that big. And this love, this deep, loving, nurturing energy at the same time of this power, this deep remembrance energy is radiating from this dragon's heart, and you see it. The dragon asks you to show them your heart. And so you envision your heart chakra become visible through your chest in the most magical way. And the dragon is so grateful that you have showed it your heart as well. And you notice that the frequency and the beating of your hearts are vibrating at the exact same time and beating at the exact same time. You have become that deeply connected to this dragon. And as you feel yourself becoming more and more in tune with this dragon communicates to you that this is not the first time that you've met, but it is one of the first times that you are looking each other eye to eye in this way. The dragon communicates to you that it lives within you. And it takes you a few moments just to breathe into this and to acknowledge that to be true. The dragon asks you if you believe in magic. And you take a few minutes or a few moments just to think about what that really means. What is magic? Is it the unexplainable? Does it live in a different world or a different dimension? Because in this very moment on Earth, you are sitting here and connecting to magic in its full force. And what you'd consider to be a magical being is telling you that it lives within you, and that each and every human has the ability to access this ancient wisdom and power within them. The dragon explains that they are one of your guides, part of your spirit guide team. The dragon explains that it is an elemental being, that it not only works with fire, but with air, with water, and most importantly, with the earth. You become curious and you ask the dragon why. It seems to be tucked away in a cave. Why isn't it just flying open and free in the air? And you listen for the dragon's response to you. And the dragon says, at first, when you meet, they must be in the cave for you to have this moment where you let go of the fear of the programming that society has placed upon humans for centuries now. The programming that these dragons are evil or dangerous or killer beings. It says that it trusts its intuition enough to know that this is the perfect way for you to meet for the first time. And by first time, meaning in this meditation dream world that you're in this very moment. And you ask the dragon if next time you come to visit them, if they could be flying instead or take you flying. And the dragon responds that it would absolutely do that and take that time with you. And in this moment, you feel this deep sense of remembering that in your lineage, and in most lineages in this earth, dragons are a part of it. And that if you feel called to magic and what this world would call fantasy, that oftentimes that call is a call to your lineage, a call to a past life, a call to your ancestors, to remember that magic within you, that magic truly does exist, and it is not fake, and it is not fantasy. You feel an overwhelming sense of emotion as you feel this deep gratitude in your heart as it drops to the bottom of your stomach. And from the bottom of your stomach to the bottom of your feet, to the very soles of your bare feet in this moment. You feel that remembrance, that remembering through your entire body on a cellular level. The dragon tells you not to fear, for you can access them at any moment as they live within you. as anytime you access your higher self. They are there with your spirit team. And so, as you say your final words or communicate through your heart your final words to this dragon, they remind you that you can come back here at any time to connect and to fly if you wish. And so your animal guide calls you to return with them to the path. And you visualize yourself either giving a hug physically or energetically to your dragon. And through each other's hearts, you say thank you to one another. And you give your gratitude to one another. As you turn around, and you start leaving the cave, walk by walk, step by step, feeling the magic all around you and within you. And as you leave this cave, your animal guide gives you a magic bubble. And the dragon gave your animal guide this so that you may return home whenever you choose. And you thank your animal guide for being there with you and helping you to feel safe to meet your dragon. And as you walk out of the cave, back into the light of the day, into this enchanted forest, you walk through the enchanted forest once more, seeing those beautiful trees, those vibrant flowers, those mossy rocks all around you. And as you get back to the normal forest trail, your animal guide gifts you this bubble and says, if you hold this, you will return exactly where you are back home. And as you wait before you take it, you place your hands on your heart and you take a deep breath and you say, thank you, I am ready to return back home. You take this bubble in your hands, and when you hold it together, it creates this ball of energy that circles and creates a portal around you and drops you right back to where you are in this moment in time. And bringing your hands to the floor below you or the cushion below you, keeping your hands here for a moment and just feeling the texture of whatever is below you to bring your awareness back into the room without opening your eyes just yet. Moving the hands and the feet by circling the wrists and the ankles, wiggling the toes and the fingers, and taking your time as if you're returning back to earth. Taking a deep breath, and with the exhale, slowly opening the eyes to bring your awareness back to the room. Thank you so much for joining me on this magical meditation, and I'll see you in the next one.